everybody, it's Bas here from Carp Specialist and welcome to another Carpycast edition. It's the 65th edition and it's the 27th of April already, and also this week plenty of fish over 60 English pounds. Let's kick off straight away because we've got plenty of news and I don't want to waste your time. We start in the Netherlands at the Domeineput. We had a stocking there of about 20 big grass carp up to 14 kilos. And we had some anglers visiting the lake as well. From Dutch well-known anglers, Thijs Last from Corda fished the lake for a couple of days. And also Toby and his girlfriend fished the lake for a couple of days. And as you can see in the photos, the Domeineput has really got an incredible stock of beautifully scaled mirror carp. So we're very proud of that. We're waiting a bit. We've got quite some delay for the installation of the sanitaries, but normally that will be confirmed to be installed finally this June. So you're very welcome before that time, only unfortunately we don't have any sanitary services at the moment. Then we continue to go to Windmill Lake in France, where the facilities are top-notch, and Anton and Diane, the owners, are very much looking forward to welcoming you. It's a lovely lake and we've got some good news there as well. In the summer months can be quite dry in France, and in order to prevent a low water level and low oxygen levels, Diane and Anton have asked the specialized company to create boreholes. So they created 2 or 3 boreholes spread around the estate, giving them fresh water throughout the year. So the sources are made, and this will ensure that in the summer months the water levels and oxygen levels will be better than they were before. So we're very happy with that. Also catch-wise, it's a very good start of the year, including as well a new lake record for Windmill Lake. A 27 kilo fish has been caught by the family Pastoors last week, and also various fish over 25 and over 20 kilo have been caught this early season. We've got some weeks available for swim number 2. But to be honest, it's really popular, so don't wait too long. There's a swimming pool at the lake, so if you fancy some extra luxury, Windmill Lake is really the place to go to. And the food service, it's delicious as well. And then we go to a lake that's quite popular already with the English, and also our clients really love it. We had Hans coming over and his fishing mate at Kavanak Lake. And Hans and his mate caught 25 carp and the biggest fish was 22 kilos. And they had a lovely time there. And Kavanak is definitely one of the places where we get 5-star reviews for the excellent service on site. Mark and his team really do well. So we're very happy to work with them. Also at Le Grand Etang we had some nice news. We had a PB caught by our friend Ed at 24.7 kilos. And that video will be online shortly. Really nice guys, and at the moment we've got Bianca and Lizette Kenny fishing the lake, of course our colleagues, and they also caught quite a number of new stockies, the beautifully scaled small carp, but also a 27 kilos original carp, so that's roughly 60 English pounds. Then we continue to Domaine de Ulenbach, located in the north of France, just south of Luxembourg, and a very convenient drive from the Calais ferry and the Eurotunnel train. Our colleagues Toby and Vincent went there in March for a very cold trip. They had blistering cold, lots of rain and frost in the night, but they caught excellent with catching nearly 50 carp in just a couple of nights. They did very well. The video is German spoken. I'm quite sure you will love it, as it will show plenty of carp and the real potential of Ulenbach. So if you like a lake that's not a far drive, in a beautiful surrounding and with a good chance of some action, then Ulenbach is definitely a lake to visit. Then we go to the Carpenhoeve estate in Belgium, which is very popular for our English clients. At Tennis Lake we had Team Carp Fantasy coming over, catching 9 carp up to 17 kilos and 2 sturgeon up to 21.5 kilos. At Cooper's Lake we had Jarno and his friends coming over, catching 23 carp in a weekend and also 3 catfish. They did very well. And also Timmy's Lake, you can notice that there's little weed and less weed compared to last year's. Doing really well. The water level is much more higher at the moment and the catches are well. Cedric and Vince, for example, came over for a week and caught 11 carp, of which various fish over 15 kilos and 2 fish over 20 kilos. Brutus has 22.6. That's the biggest mirror carp at the lake. And Missing Scale, that's the famous common carp, at 23 kilos. It was a hard week for them also weather-wise, but fishing was great. There's also a new food service at the CarpWrestler, totally renewed by Timmy, and it's much appreciated. So if you fancy a weekend, a midweek or a week fishing in Belgium, then the CarpWrestler is a really nice place to go to. At Belforet we had Rayan and his wife Carlina coming over, fishing from swim 6. They caught a 19.5 and a 20.5 common carp, and they will be back in July. Also Cor and Ruben came over, catching 7 carp, 18.5, 21.3 and 22.2 were the biggest for them. At Estate Lake we had Jules and his mate coming over for a week of fishing. They did great as well, and instead of leaving a review, they made a nice video for you. It's Dutch spoken, but I'm sure you will love it. We had unfortunately some cancellations for 2 weeks in June and 1 exclusive week in July, the first week of July for this year. So if you didn't make any summer plans already, I can really recommend you to go to Estate Lake. It's a short drive from Calais as well, and even from the ferry terminals of Le Havre and Dieppe, and a lovely surrounding. Julie, the owner, speaks English fluently, and she's a great host, and it's lovely surroundings to spend your family holidays or your fishing holidays in. So well worth the recommendation if you fancy a last minute. Then we go over to Persats, Etang de Persats. We had a makeover, complete makeover of the home, the holiday home at the lakeside. It's got new beds, new furniture, new kitchen. The painter has done his job, so the house is all looking great. Also the lake, we've had quite some work. We did a full draining of the lake, and each fish was individually chipped, and there was a stocking of 20 extra carp. The average weight is now about 14.2 kilos. And the fish growth is excellent, so we expect the average weight to be over 15 kilos by the end of the year. At Galois, Etang de Galois, we had some big fish being caught over the past few weeks, and last week a 29.5 kilo fish was caught, a big mirror carp from swim 1 by Franklin and Luc. Also Job and Arjen from swim 7 did excellent, catching 36 carp, of which 11 over 20 kilos. And the biggest fish for them was a big common carp of 27.6 kilos, and that's another 60 English pounder. And then last but not least we go to Windmill Lake, where we had Jesse coming over with his girlfriend. And directly at the Sunday he caught a 21 kilos fish, a new PB for him. But later that week it was much better, and he caught 16 carp in total, of which a 30 kilo carp, a 3 fish of 20 kilo plus, a 19, 18.8, 2 times the 17.8, and a 17 kilos being the biggest. But also Jesse caught a 30 kilo fish, so again a fish well over 60 English pounds. Thank you very much for watching this Carpycast. I hope to see you all in 2 weeks time, and if there's any questions, please leave a comment below. All the best, bye bye!